All right. Hi, everyone. This is my cat RJ, who wanted to join us for Pilates today, apparently. And it actually is also the last recorded class we're doing for the semester. So we're going to run through a total level 3, the intermediate Pilates workout today. And that's our plan for today. And then, of course, you'll be off for the holidays and can use the recorded sessions on Facebook through Swarthmore College in order to get your Pilates fixed every week and hopefully a couple times a week. So we're coming, if you're on the roller, come off and catch it later. And we're going to start sitting at the front edge of your mat near the front third to roll back into your upper up curl. So curve the tail up, look down at your abdominals. You roll your spine down until you go to the base of the ribs, maybe the tip of the shoulder blades, and then fold your knees in, squeeze the legs together, extend the arms and stretch the legs up to your working level. Start pumping the arms, inhaling for 5 beats and exhaling for 5 more. It's a deep breath in and a long breath out. You have the option of petting a cat if one wanders into your reach, but you also can just keep figuring out where you get the most work through your upper abdominals by coming up higher with the head and keeping the body suspended off the ground here in that upper back. And then you also want to take the legs as low as you want to get the work in your lower abdominals, but not so low that you feel your back arch or you feel worried about your back not being able to support the weight of your legs. So it's really the abdominals hold the body still here as you're moving, pumping the arms up and down. And you keep lengthening out through the legs as you squeeze them together. Try to keep coming up, curving the back around the front of the body. And with every exhale, deepening the abdominal wall into the back line of your body, into the ground. So just go for one more breath. I think the cat could be more helpful, but he's doing his best to comfort me during this series. And then we'll fold the knees in, lay your head down, and get ready for roll up. The legs stretch forward, the arms reach up and then back. And then we lift coming up. You could always, of course, use a TheraBand around your feet. Exhale and curve your body off the ground, diving forward, wrapping the front of your body over your legs. The back stretches across the front of your body. And now we start to roll back, lengthening out through your heels. Press the legs forward, curve the tail up, and lower the spine 1 inch, 1 vertebra at a time. As you go down, feel imaginary stripes across your belly, releasing to take you back to the floor. The arms go back without arching the spine additionally, and then we bring the arms up again in parallel. Come up, exhale. The chest is still wide, but the shoulder blades are falling down your back. Suck the belly back into the curve of your spine. Imagine that there's arms pulling you back by your waist as you stretch forward through your heels, your head, and your fingertips, and then we roll back again. Now you can take the arms higher as long as you can support the movement. Right? If you have control and you can go down slowly without falling, you can take the arms up as high as you want. Taking them lower makes it easier, obviously. And let's do one more. Inhale to lift the head, neck, and shoulders. Exhale before you pick up the ribs. And then round forward, pounce over your legs, diving forward, take a bow. The head pulls out, the neck stays long because the head is reaching forward and the blades are sliding backwards. And then coming back, you can release the arms at any point down to maintain more control on your movement to the mat, and then circle the arms around at your side. From here, we're moving into our single leg circles. I'm moving over, and we can use the TheraBand around the right foot. So you can pull the right leg into your chest, pull it tight, maybe do a couple of little circles here with the knee. Just stir the leg in the socket, and then we'll take the width of the band around the ball of the foot in the arch, lifting the leg up to the ceiling, getting a little stretch as you lift through the heel. Bend your knee if your hamstrings are tight and still feel the stretch in the back of your thigh. We point up through the ball of the foot. The elbows are reaching down by your hips so that your shoulders are relaxed. And we circle, point the foot as you inhale, take it across the body, swing it low, take it out to the side, drag it on up to the ceiling. The breath is a short inhale and then a long exhale. And as you work here, you want to hold your body stable on the ground. So the right side is heavy as the leg moves to the left. The left side sinks into the floor as you move the leg out to the right. We'll do 2 more. Just keep moving with the leg. Try to bring it high enough at the top so you feel the stretch in the back line of your leg, the hamstrings, and maybe even the calf. And then we circle all the way around, lift the leg up to the ceiling and reverse. Inhale away from center, and then you start your exhale. The exhale should be long and sustained. By the time you get up to the top, you want to feel that you can't exhale anymore. You need the inhale. And then you push forward with both legs, one along the mat, one into the strap. As you circle, you keep pushing forward and keep pulling back with the elbows, the upper arms into the ground. Let's go for 2 more. You feel a little stretch of the inner thigh as you open the leg sideways, and a little stretch across the outer thigh as you pull the leg across your body. 1 more here. You spiral the leg on the socket as you move, bring it all the way up to the top. And now we'll take both ends of the band in the right hand, open the leg out in external rotation, let it fall, and be sure you keep that left side grounded. The left hip pushes into the ground. You can even take your hand on the left thigh or the left hip bone. Rock the leg a little bit towards your right shoulder and away. Then as you exhale, pull the leg up, switch hands on the band, cross the leg over, extend the right arm out, look at it. Here you keep the shoulder blade down, but the waist and the hip lift up. You rotate your right leg internally to increase the stretch you feel diagonally across the thigh and the glute. This is hopefully a nice big stretch for your right pec. And then as you exhale, come across, left shoulder to waist, to right hip, sink to the floor, to lift the leg up, pull it back, get a stretch in the back of your leg, feel that, and then we can fold that knee in, hug the leg in, compress it after stretching it, and then slide that leg forward down the mat, give it a little shake, and we'll pull the left leg in as the right leg slides forward as long as possible along your mat. Pull the knee in, and then we're doing just a few little stirs here of the leg, moving the leg on the socket. Then after that, we'll take the band on the foot. Of course, if you don't have a band nearby, you can just do this without using the band. It's nice for the stretches, however. And we lift the leg up, flexing the foot to get more stretch in the calf, and then pulling the leg back towards the chest to get more stretch in the hamstring. After that, point the foot and we circle. You can lower the leg slightly and then inhale across the body. The left side stays heavy. You sweep the leg out around and then pick it up. Do as big of a circle as you can in the air without destabilizing your body on the ground. Right? You're going to use your core intelligently to keep the body stable against the movement and weight of your leg. And use the breath to help you organize and knit the muscles together that you need to work to do that. So we begin with a short inhale, and then you exhale all the way around. Keep exhaling, exhaling, exhaling to pull the transverse abdominal muscle into deep contraction. Then we go out to the side, reach, and then exhale around. We've reversed direction now. So the left leg moves to the left, and then you push it forward. You push out into the strap. You keep your elbows grounded at your side so that you're pivoting from the elbow points. The lower arms are moving in the same plane as the leg, mimicking that action all the way over, around, and then lift. And then here, let's take both ends of the band in your left hand. Right hip bone is down, and open the left leg, external rotation out to your left side. Again, without floating off the mat on the right side of your body, even though the weight of your leg is really reaching across the room. Rock the leg a little bit towards your shoulder and away. Very gentle. It's not a major action. It's just a little bit of additional stretch. Exhale to pull the leg up to the ceiling. Switch hands. Now that both ends of the band in the right hand, you extend the left arm out. As you cross the left leg over, you spiral the lower part of the torso off the ground, but you keep the shoulder blade heavy onto the mat. This gives you a twist. As you're looking to the hand, you get a double twist, one at each end of your spine. Our bodies need that rotation. We're going to exhale and come down diagonally from the right shoulder to the waist to the left glute to bring the leg up. But that final stretch here, pull the leg back and in. Again, always bend your knee if it's too much for the back of the knee. And then we'll fold the knee into your body, hug it in. The band goes to the side. And we're going to roll up here. So I can keep the left leg in, pull the right knee in and lift it up to the ceiling, and then rock forward and up. Lifting here to come sit near the front third of the mat for rolling like a ball. Hold onto your shins. Easier would be to hold onto the back of your thighs, edges of the feet together. Suck the belly into the spinal curve as you lift your tail and dive your head down almost between your knees. We inhale to lift the tail to shift your weight. You roll to your shoulder blades only, not the head. And then exhaling to come back up to your balance point. So we just roll. You make your back as round as possible, to as much like a ball in the curve of your body as you can possibly make it. Curling up at the tail, you roll back and forward. Now, it's a good idea to start the exhale before you go all the way back. So exhale right when the tip of your blades touch the ground, and that will carry you up and back to center. So we go again, trying to roll right on the midline of your mat. And let's just do one more. The arms are pressing back into the legs as the legs press out into the arms to firm up your body. From here, we're moving into the ab series. Pull the right leg in, right hand to the ankle, left hand below the knee, both hands on your right shin. As you roll back, you can extend the left leg and go back slowly to your best upper up curl again, elbows wide, pull the head high. Now inhale, let's switch the legs. As the left leg moves in, the left hand goes to the ankle, and then we switch right hand to the right ankle as the right knee pulls in tight. The leg goes long, right? And the leg that's extended only goes as low as it feels comfortable for your back. You can really stretch it out though with a soft point through your foot. Try not to over grip the toes, right? So it's better to think about reaching through the center of the balls of the feet, your metatarsals, instead of the toes. You don't want to grip them too hard because then sometimes they'll cramp. Let's pull both knees in, one hand to each shin. Double leg stretch, arms and legs lift to the ceiling and away from each other. Circle wide with the arms, embrace the legs in. Come up as you pull into your arms and push up with your shins. Now inhale, reach again. You stretch, be sure your back is fine, your abs control the height of the legs, and you press it away. Really, it's your brain that controls it, right? But you want to be sure that your abs are up to the job for whatever position you take the limbs into. Our goal in Pilates is we want to keep the spine position the same as you challenge it by moving the limbs away and in towards it. From here, scissors, right leg up and left leg forward. You can stretch the leg back, give it a little pulse if you wish, and then switch to looking down the midline towards your navel, and you switch again. So we're going to inhale for one side and exhale for the other. Try to keep the legs as straight as possible. Don't look up at your feet, but look down your midline. And you reach up as high as you can on your ankle or your foot to keep the arms straight also. Let's do that again. And let's do one last set. So you lift the right and push the left one away. Then we switch, left leg up, right leg down. Lift both legs, hands behind your head, pull the head up, elbows down and in. Double leg, lower lift. The legs reach away. Go carefully. Don't take your legs too low and feel it in a bad way in your back. It's okay when you press the legs out to feel your back stiffen. That's normal because the line of the abdominals in the front of your body wrap around into the area by your sacrum. So you do want to feel that bracing sensation, but you don't want to feel an arching sensation in your spine. We're going to inhale to press the legs forward. If you only go an inch, that's fine. Eventually you'll go further, you'll go down lower, and then you exhale and drag it on up. But just be careful that it's where you need to go at that moment to work yourself exactly to the right level. And then exhale, coming on back. We twist to the right, right leg in, come up and around with the left armpit. Switch your legs as you twist to the left. The hips stay level. You don't want to be rocking the pelvis from one side to the other. You are, however, lifting your torso and twisting it as you come up onto the tip of one shoulder blade and then the tip of the other one. The gaze goes down along to the outside of the hip, and you reach up and around here with your core, feeling that stretch and also feeling that burn in your upper abdominals. Let's lay it on down, pull the legs in, and then we're rocking forward and up for spine stretch. So you can pull yourself up, coming up in a slow rock. Open the legs a little wider than your hips. And we sit upright. If your hamstrings are tight, elevate your hips on a cushion, on a yoga block, on a book, whatever you have, and extend the arms forward parallel to the ground. We inhale to slightly press the arms down and float the head up through your halo, not lifting the chin. Gaze is still on the horizon. As you exhale, look down. Head, neck, shoulders, upper back, mid back, low back, dive forward, reaching out over your feet. And then coming back up, stack the spine. The blades melt and sink down towards your tail as you rise. And look down again. The weight of the head is heavy, but it's actively reaching out over in a curve, in an arc, out down as if it was going to land down in the space between your ankles. And then you start with your tail sinking down into the ground like it's rooting down there in the center of the earth, and your body stacks up on top of it. Rising here, easy shoulders. And then once more, let's go over. Start with an inhale, exhale all the way over. And then hang on to your feet, your ankles, your legs, whatever you can reach. Dive over, so pull the belly back. So you're not just doing flexion at the hips, you're actually bending into the low part of your spine, curve it. And then we'll fold the knees and pull our hips forward towards our heels for open leg balance. Easier to take the hands to your thighs. As you advance, the hands go towards the inside, right above the ankles. And then you rock back on your sacrum. We extend the right leg up, stretch it here, straighten if possible. And then exhale, fold it back down. And then the left going out. This will be a great stretch experience for your hamstrings. Don't force it, but just know that doing this will help you find more length in the back line of your legs. Right leg up and then exhale, pull it down. And now the left, it extends, it reaches. You pull it down and now both legs simultaneously. They both go up. Try to narrow the legs in just to the width of your shoulders and then pull it back. Reach again. And exhale and pull it on down. We'll do one more and hold it there to roll back. Take your hands a little more to the outside of the calves. Look down at your core, round your back, and then inhale. We roll back to your shoulder blades only, and then exhale, come up to your balance point. And again. Pulling back here, arms and legs stay straight. The position of the hands may change a little bit on your legs, depending on where you are, flexible in your body. Going back again, and then forward. Close the legs, bend your knees, lower your feet to the ground. And now sit upright. And we start again with the pelvic tuck. Curl the tail, imprint your spine down. That means one vertebra slides into the mat at a time. Go all the way down. Lay your head down, your arms long at your side, and we move into corkscrew here. So we'll pull the knees in and lift the legs up to the ceiling. If hamstrings are tight, you might want to elevate your hips up and rest them on your hands, or you could bend the knees to keep the legs vertical, feet over your pelvis. Inhale, we circle the legs to the right, circle out and forward, around to the left, and bring the legs up to the ceiling. One circle per breath, then we reverse, going left and exhaling, down, over to the right and lift. We're trying to keep the pelvic girdle stable, so there'll be a slight shift in weight, but you're not rocking it off the ground. Right, and as you do that, that work to keep the pelvis level here against the movement of your leg is really activating your abdominal wall. You'll totally feel it if you do it correctly. And it's important, don't go too big, but also don't go too small, right? We're looking for exactly the right dosage here so that you feel that work, but you don't flow off the mat and then back onto it. We'll do one more set here, going to the right as you inhale. Again, short inhale and a longer exhale, because we want to feel that knitting together of the low abdominal wall. And now to the left and exhale around, drawing that perfect circle on the ceiling with the paintbrushes of your feet. And now fold the legs in, hug them in, and we roll forward and up to soft. So the legs open, again, elevate your hips if you need that. And we extend the arms out to the side. Hands slightly in front of the collarbones. You stretch long through the fingers to feel that work in your tricep. Rotate to your right and then dive over. Back of the hand to the outside of the leg. The back arm reaches long out and away. Stretch the arms away from each other. Come upright, hold your twist. And then you unwind, you sweep to the other side. And now the right hand slides along the left leg. You're opening the shoulder up and back to the ceiling above you as you look back, looking for that back hand. Coming upright, hold the twist, the spiral, and then unwind it, and then we spin to the other direction. Diving over, go long. Imagine you're bringing your ear to the outside of your knee and opening your right shoulder out and up behind you as you look up and back. Coming upright, and then untwist your body and then twist in the other direction. Wring it out as you go over. Now, as you dive to the left, you're going to still push down into your right glute. Feel that reach to the right hip in order to feel maybe a diagonal stretch across the glute and the piriformis underneath it. Coming upright, center. Let's do one more set. So spin over to your right. The left hand crosses. The right arm is reaching long behind you, palm to the ceiling. Stretch, spiral a little bit more if you can with the pressure of your hand into your leg. Lift to come upright, center here, and then one more to the other side. Take it over and stretch it out, go long. And then pull the body upright, center, and lower the arms down. Legs together, and we flip over onto our bellies for swan. The head will stay a little bit off the ground in line with your upper back. We're going to float the head off the ground. The hands come back by the armpit. The elbows are rising and winging back like little swan wings. The legs can be slightly apart. We're going to push down into your hands, the palms open. Try to pull the mat towards your feet. Come forward with the chest. You lift to come up, look up, and then still looking up. Slowly let your back release you back down towards the ground. Come down. You're going to look at the mat slightly forward, not just completely vertical. And then begin with the gaze sweeping across the mat. One of the traditional cues is like you watch a ladybug walk to the end of your mat, then up the wall, and then down you go, retracing that journey with your eyes. We're going to go up and do what's called catch and release. So you're going to come up again, shoulder blades pull towards your waist, and then we release the hands. You rock and you push down to lift again. The legs go up in the air as the chest lowers, but your gaze stays up the whole time. And then just sit back into child's pose, rounding your back, curving it. Let the head hang here, stretch out your back, and then we glide forward for single leg kick. So you go out onto your elbows, push the arms down, they're parallel to each other, they're strong, and you pull the chest forward and up to stretch the abdominal line. From here, we kick the right heel in twice. Pulse 1, 2, lower it. Now the left, pulse 1, 2, and down, then the right again. You never let your body collapse, right? So we're not sinking down between the shoulder blades. We're holding the body up with the strength of the back of our body. Those muscles, they're working to contract and lift us, and the abdominal wall lengthening to allow that to happen. Notice as you pulse, you're keeping the pelvis level on the ground, not letting it rock. This will ensure that you stretch your quad and your deep psoas, your hip flexor muscle, while you're working your legs. Once more to the left, lay it down, turn your head to the right, and we overlap the hands high on the back, letting the elbows fall. Now here, take a deep breath to prepare. Inhale fully, completely. As you exhale, pulse both legs 3 times. 1, 2, 3. And then press the legs down. You reach the arms back. You center, you lift your chest. So again, a little bit like that swan, like a cobra. Go down, turn to the left with your gaze, and let the elbows drop. And again, pulse 3 times. 1, 2, 3. Press down with your legs, reach back with the arms. Eventually the thumbs intertwine, the wrists are straight. The arms reach down low as you lift the chest up and down to look right. Pull the air out of your lungs. And then once you press down, you're inhaling to float up, centering. Down we go to look left. 3 beats again. Each time a little closer, increasing the length across the front of your legs. And then lift coming up. Let's take your hands by your chest. Come up and sit back in a child's pose, rounding your spine again. You stack your spine specifically from the bottom to the top, coming up. And then we'll turn around, face the direction your toes were just pointing for a neck pull. So this is one that's an advanced variation on the roll-up we did earlier. If that is hard for you, use a TheraBand or repeat the roll-up you did earlier. So we start here, taking the hands behind the head. You pull the skull up to elongate the spine, and you tip back in a plank first. When you feel like you're about to lose it, and you'll know, you look down, you tuck, you curl the body back into the curve of the spine. You even bring the arms forward as necessary so you have total control on the way to the ground. Lay your head back, legs are apart here, feet flexed. Now to come up, very helpful, take a fist into the opposite hand, like it's like a ball in a socket. It's a straight line from elbow to elbow. Lift your head, neck, and shoulders. Exhale, now push into your arms to come up and bend your spine forward. Bring your hands behind your head as soon as possible, but don't push down, pull out. We want to elongate the neck so we decompress the spine as you dive forward, and then articulate all the way up, press your legs into the ground as you rise for feeling oppositional lift. And then we lean it back again. Elbows up and slightly forward, shoulders down. Go back first in your plank. When you're about to lose it, you tuck, you look down, you round your spine into a curve. You can bring the elbows forward. In fact, bring the arms forward if you need to. Go down, lay your spine down with control. Come all the way down, and we shift the hands. So whatever was the fist is now the socket, and vice versa. So we come up, exhale, push into those arms, then bring your hands behind your head, pull the neck out by pulling the head out and down between the arches of your feet. You take a deep bend here, diving, bend the knees as needed, and then coming up again. We're going to just go down one more time. So let's lean it back, lengthen through the legs, tuck, roll it out. Do the tuck when you need to. Don't listen to me. That was just for my body. And then we take the arms down at the side, getting ready for shoulder bridge. So the feet are grounded, the knees are bent in line with the sits bones, a comfortable distance, maybe like 8 inches or so away. And then we start by pressing down through our feet and trying to pull the heels back as if we're pushing the mat under our bodies. Now we do a pelvic tuck, and you curve the tail up, the knees go forward over the toes. You lift, and at the intermediate level, we try to come up into a little thoracic extension. So you roll the top of the shoulders into the ground, roll a little bit to the outside line of the arm, and as you lift the heart up, as you lift the sternum up, you lift the glutes up higher to open the hips across the front of your torso. So right at the hip joints, we want to be elevated. Now we're going to roll down. So the first thing to do is to roll to the inner arm, move the scapula sideways so you can slide your spine down between them, and then imprint your spine down a little bit at a time. So we ooze down onto the ground like a snake sliding over rocks in the desert, and then the tail sinks down into the ground. And we lift again. So very slinky, very snaky, very serpentine. Our spines love actually words with S's in them. Going all the way up, press through your feet, lift here. As you come up, feel the strength of the back of your body supporting you here. Don't let the knees widen. Keep the legs parallel to each other as if you're holding a ball between your thighs. And now we're going to roll to the inner arm. Widen the back of your body as you curve it into the ground. Come all the way down. You're trying to traction your spine a little bit as you lower it. And at the end, rock the pelvis so the tail is down and the waist floats just off the floor. We'll do one more and add a little bit of marching here. So we tuck and we roll the hips off the ground. We move them forward to push the knees out over the toes. Come up into a little upper back extension, more support from the back of the legs and the glutes. And then we'll pick up the right leg and then exhale, lower it down. Lower the foot, then pick up the left leg and bring it down. The goal here is not to let the pelvic half fall just because you took the foot off the ground, but to keep the pelvic half supported, cantilevered off the other side with a lot of support from underneath because you're pressing down with your arms and you feel that you have the ability to lift the leg without flopping the pelvis to the floor on that side. One more. It takes a while to figure that out. And even when you have the best intentions, sometimes one side droops a little bit, but every time you get both feet to the ground, push down and lift the hips. And then we roll it out all the way down, curve your spine into the ground, give it a little release and relaxation on the way down. And now we'll come up to sitting for spine twist. So we roll all the way up again, legs in front of you. Tight hamstring people want to elevate their hips a little bit or else bend your knees. And we'll take the hands on top of the head. This is a variation to ensure that you get the work in the center of your body. So we lift up and then we're going to rotate to the right and pulse 3 times. Pulsing 1, 2, 3, lift to center and then to the left and pulse 1, 2, and 3. Back to center again. Let's do one more with the hands like this. Use the energy from your head to push your hands up to the ceiling, elongating the whole length of your spine. Come back to center, extend the arms out to the side, and we rotate here. Try to work from your core and not from your hands. You want the same feeling that you had with the hands on top of your head. Don't allow the hips to shift. You can check that out by being sure that the feet stay in the same position. They're lined up so it looks like the legs are the same length no matter where your torso is. One final set. Bring out the center of your body. Pulse 3 times and then to the other side. Back to center. And then we are laying it back down again. So you take the arms forward, curve your body down into the ground, and then we lay on our back. We fold the knees in towards our body, and then pick up the knees, pick up the feet, and lift the legs up to the ceiling. Now here, we're going to take the legs a little bit forward, and we're bringing the legs up and over into a shoulder stand. So you bring them up, you push through your arms, you lift your legs up, and then you're looking up. Don't turn your head to the side here, but go ahead and lower your spine down by pressing through the arms, controlling it from the abdominal wall, and bring the body down, taking your time, and then taking your legs out to your working level. It won't be as far as it was in the upper ab series because your head is down. That increases the load onto your back. And now let's lift to come up again. So try to go slowly. And this one, the legs may start low, but you lift them up as high as you can manage. And then still looking up and slightly back, like where your feet just were. Don't let your gaze follow your feet because then you'll feel like you're choking. You won't have enough length in the throat. No one has actually ever choked in a Pilates class doing that, but sometimes you feel like tension in the throat if your gaze follows your feet down. So we're going to come up and exhale, lift again. The exhale is really helpful to bring the hips up in the air. If you're still learning this, it's helpful also to elevate your hips while you practice it initially. You could take a roller across under your glutes while you start that movement. All right, and then the feet are down, and let's lay on your left side here, facing the camera for side kicks. You can prop your head up, or alternatively, lay your head down on the extended arm, and the legs are forward at maybe a 30-degree angle from your spine. Press your right hand into the ground in front of your chest, pick up your top leg. Flexing the foot, we bring it forward and pulse 1, 2, 3. Point the foot, take it back, and pulse 1, 2, 3. As the leg moves forward, reach out through the tail and the sits bone. Try to feel that length in the back of your leg. Point the foot and sweep it back, and don't allow your chest to move forward. Hold it together from your core. And then again, one more, flex the triple beat forward, and then point to stretch it back again. Looking for length through the whole body, head to tail to toe, back to center, and lower the leg down. Now we're going to rotate the leg externally, point the foot and kick it high, flex the foot and close it down. Heel kisses heel. Point and you lift, flex and you close. Point to go up and flex to go down. Now reverse. Flex and lift it and point and reach it out and down. Flex to lift high again, point to stretch it away. It's like you're dragging a drawbridge up and then closing it slowly. Développé, you bend the knees, slide the foot along the bottom leg, knee to shoulder, lift the foot, flex, and push the leg out and down. So you glide it in, lift it high, exhale, flex, and reach. One more like that. Knee to the ceiling, not to the wall in front of you, and down. Now reverse. Go up, point the foot, bend the knee, and skate the leg down, reach it out long, flex to lift it, point, bend, exhale all the way down here. And one last one. Point, bend, exhale all the way down for rond de jambe, big circles. This one's hard. Hold yourself organized. Use your arms to hold you on the mat. Take the leg forward, bring it up, back, around, and through center. You can see why, right? Because the length of the leg increases the load away from center as you take the leg behind you at a place where many of us are already tight from sitting so much at our desks. It's going to be hard to keep the torso stable against the tightness and the weight of your leg. Do the best you can, keep stable. Otherwise, let's go back now, reversing. If you don't stabilize your core, then you're not actually going to get the stretch or the work you're looking for. So reach it back, spiral the leg externally, lift it, bring it forward and around. And one last time here. The bottom leg has to press actively into the ground to keep you stable. That's good. From here, let's go onto your stomach. There's more in the series, but this will do nicely for today. So you'll lay on your stomach for grasshopper. Overlap your hands, rest your forehead on your hands. And first, let's just pick up the right leg. The leg's in turnout. The right leg rises, and then exhale, bring it down. And then alternating legs, left leg up and exhale down. So we're thinking of pressing the hip bone crest into the ground to lift the leg. And that way the low back doesn't arch really additionally. You can also think about dropping your tailbone down as you lift the foot to keep the back elongated so you don't crunch it. And then in turn out, let's lift both legs and open and close, clapping the thighs together and apart. Just a few of these. One more breath. Lower the legs down, child's pose again. Come up, round your back, curve it, stretch the arms forward, hang your head low. And then roll up your spine from the bottom to the top. And we switch sides to lay on your right side. So again, the legs are stacked and forward, maybe 30 degrees or so from the line of your spine. Take your left hand and press it into the ground. Open the palm wide here. We pick up the top leg. Flexing the foot, bring it forward. Pulse, pulse, pulse. Point, take it back. 3 beats there. Flex to go forward again. Triple beat. Point, take it back. Without leaning the chest forward, that's the hard part. It's helpful to pull that right elbow in towards your armpit to engage the underneath line of your body there. Come back to center, we lower the leg. We rotate externally, point, bring it up, flex, and press it down. Pointing the foot without gripping through the toes, flex, and you spread the foot and the toes open. Point to lift it high and flex to pull it down. Now reverse. Flexing up, point, reach it away, stretch it so you feel the stretch in your waist, maybe even all the way up into the armpit, and you pull the head away from the movement of your leg. Last time, flex up and point down. Développé, you bend the knee, you slide the foot in. Knee to shoulder, lift the foot, flex, and press it away. And drag it in. Lift up and flex and press it down. One more like this. Once you tap, we reverse. Go up with a straight leg, a flexed foot, point the foot, bend the knee, skate it down the other leg, both legs stretch, and you lift, point, bend. Exhale like you're ironing out that bottom leg. And you sweep the leg up high, one more, point down, take it all the way to the end. For big circles, rond de jambe. Inhale forward. Press through your arm, hold your body stable. Use everything connected to the mat, like it's glued there, like it's stuck to the floor, like you're bolted into the ground. One more in this direction. These look good, good job. And now let's reverse. Take the leg back and open the hip. Spiral here. Bring it back through center, reach it up, around, and through again on one final one. You'll feel your core work, not just your leg work. You've got to hold your body stable against that movement. Perfect. All right, so from here, we're just going to lay on your back. Teaser comes next. The easiest way to do this is actually just fold the knees into your chest, pull the legs together, and hold on to the back of your thighs. You nudge your head up, you come to an upper curl, and then you slowly extend the legs forward to come up and balance on your sacrum. Knees could be bent if it's a lot of load for your back, which it could very well be. Try taking the arms up parallel to the legs. Then take your hands to your thighs. Fold the knees in a little bit as you curl. You've got to get your sacrum down. And as you go back, delay the legs coming in so that you have control to rock back very slowly. Then as you go all the way down, you pull the knees in. So you bring your body down with control to the ground. And let's just try that one more time. So you're going to lift the head, neck, and shoulders, push the legs away. It's a slow rocking up. You want to feel the abs control how fast you move, right? And then you can extend the legs or have them slightly bent here up in the air. May depend on your hamstring length as well. And then bring the arms out and up, forward. Hold that position just for a moment, like you're having your picture taken for Pilates Style magazine. Take your hands to the thighs. Slowly start to bend the knees, curve the tail up, round the low back down, and you roll all the way back down to the ground, but try not to fall. You're working super slowly, so you feel that work both on the way up and the way down. Now we're coming up again, and you can repeat that if you want. Otherwise, we're doing the next bit. I call it teaser prep to move into the next phase of the exercise. So once you come up and you balance on your sacrum, you can hold onto your legs still, curve the tail up, look down, and then as you press the legs out, you're going to roll your spine down. You want to get your heels down when the shoulder blade tips come down, and then lay your head down, arms at your side. Scoop the arms forward, lift your head, look at your midline. You can pull the legs up as you rise. This is your full teaser. Bend the knees as necessary, or keep them straight. And then as you go down, you are welcome to have your hands to your legs. You're also welcome as you go down, you can bend the knees and bring the heels down when the tip of the blades go. That's easier. It's less load away from center for your back. Once you're down, You can stretch out the legs. And then we lift, coming up again, scoop here, lift the legs up, always bend the knees if you want less load for your back. And then the full teaser, taking it down, the tail rises. You push the feet out. For women, it's toes at eye level. For men, the feet are a little lower. But in both cases, the heels touch when the tip of the blades do. And you come all the way down with the shoulders, neck, and head to end. All right. Now from here, slide up onto your elbows. Bend your knees into your chest. Hip circles. We're going to pull back a little bit with the waistline to feel like you're tugging the leggings off your body, and you'll feel this feeling of traction in the sacrum here. And then you can pull one knee in and then the other knee in. Either stay here and do circles with the legs, or traditional legs extended when you're ready. We circle to the right, exhale, go down, out to the side, lift the legs up, and then you reverse. So it's just like the corkscrew we did earlier with laying on our backs, but here the upper body is elevated. Now again, remember, you could do the same thing. You could circle with bent legs. It's a lot less load for your back. And you still get the benefit of feeling the work of the abdominals, holding the body steady on the ground against the movement of your legs. But I'm going to do one more. You're going to do one more. This one, either bent knee or straight. Hold around, hold the body grounded. You're not collapsing into your shoulders. You're still having a feeling of lift here as you go. And then slide the legs down, stretch them out, and flip over on your stomach for swimming. So the arms extend out, and your head floats above the mat. We're going to pick up the right arm and the left leg, and then bring them down, and then the opposite diagonal, left arm and right leg lift, and then lower. Working again here, you're working from your back line to lift the limbs. Working the opposite diagonal, let's just do one more set like that. And then get ready, because we lift everything and you pump. One more breath. Stretch it out, lower it down. Tuck your head under, push off the ground, child's pose. Last time. Head hangs low. Stack your spine from the bottom to the top. And let's just slide forward to the front of your mat for seal. So with seal, the hands go between your legs, wrap around the outside of the ankles, and you lift the tail to rock back to balance on your sacrum with the feet suspended in the air. Open and close the legs to open and close the feet. You clap 1, 2, 3, exhaling 1, 2, 3. Inhale, we roll to the shoulder blades and clap 1 to 3 times with the legs in the air. So you roll back, and then exhaling forward to clap again. It's an inhale to roll back, lift the tailbone, clap, and then come forward and clap again. Try to think about suspending the tail in the air when you balance on your shoulders. We're keeping the head off the ground as you roll back. That's sort of a prerequisite for a lot of exercises that happen in the advanced work. And let's do one more. To come up and then lower the feet down. All right, so that is actually the full intermediate workout. You all did great. So I'm going to miss you during December, and we'll be back in January. Don't have the date yet, but Max will keep us all notified. And just know that the Wednesday class will be changing from a beginner foundational class to an advanced level class. So this class will still be the same on Tuesdays, the intermediate. And if you feel good in this class, you're welcome to try the advanced class once we start it. All right, so thank you so much. It's been great working with you this semester.